Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope that you stay and subscribe. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the message today. So I had something on my mind and I wanted to share it with you. So I wanted to start by asking you a question. Are you feeling alone yet? If you're feeling alone, you're right where you're supposed to be right now. We're in an energy where people are feeling quite alone. And that's okay, because there's times on your journey where you're going to feel alone. There's times on your journey where you're going to be with people. There's times on your journey where you're going to be in groups. There's times on your journey where you're going to be coupled. There's times on your journey where you're going to be in the solo part of the journey. And that's okay. And people, especially in Western society and people in general, have a really hard time with those moments in life where you're just going to be alone. Now, that alone time is not for nothing. That alone time is not so you can sit and wallow and mourn and think something's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. In fact, you're quite special because it takes a lot of strength to be in this place and not sell yourself short just to be around people that, may not be for you. You're in a transition. And that tells me that you've detached from people that are not good for you. And you're in a transition phase where it's an empty void and you're alone right now. Because when you're alone, that's the time where you're building something. You're climbing a mountain. And oftentimes the people that you leave behind are not equipped and are not meant to go on that journey with you. They can't climb that mountain with you. So you have to do the climbing alone on certain sections of your journey. So I want you to know that nothing's wrong with you, that it won't last always. You won't be alone forever. And embrace this space of being alone, to take the time to do all that you need to do for you, to learn about you, to find out what works for you, to find out what are your needs? Are you a person who's always concerned about other people's needs? What are your needs? This is the time for you to work on building your empire. If you are granted the privilege of being able to have space alone, you are meant to build an empire. People who never have alone time, it's very difficult to build an empire. If you are alone, you either are multi-talented and you have many things that you can do, and God is giving you time to focus on those many things without many people in your world, because it's really difficult to do. This is the time that you're building the investment of yourself. You're building the investment of your gifts, your talents. You're developing them. And perhaps you've pretty much developed them, but this is the time you're putting the pen to the paper. Writers have to have time alone because they have to have time to cultivate their thoughts, have understanding, analyze, and then take the time to be alone to write. They can't be in a group. They have to be alone. If you are building a business, yes, you will eventually bring others in and have a business partner and have things. But in that very beginning, you are the rock, especially if you want to maintain the control of the situation. You need to be in there learning, knowing what you want, knowing what this business means, knowing what you're developing. And you need to know all the intricacies, because you're going to be the one to train the people that come on until they can train the people. But you will need to know all aspects so that you can always maintain control of your business. If you are alone, this is the time for you to build your YouTube channel and have time that you can go all in, and that have time where you can talk to the people. And so maybe life has taken physical people out of your world, because it's meant for you to reach the world through your phone or your camera. You were meant for more. You are great if you are finding yourself in a time where you're alone. Not everybody gets to be granted the privilege of being alone. Being alone is not a curse. Being alone is not something to be scared about. Being alone won't last always. And I promise you, once you get over all of your issues, concerns, fears, preconceived judgments about being alone, you start to move in a space where you're enjoying the things that you're cultivating. If you're getting alone time, it's because God knows that you have something special, great, grand, and precious that you need to cultivate for the world. And that it's going to touch many people all over the world. And you need to take that time to invest in yourself and cultivate it. So you were granted the permission in this life to have a moment alone. And don't take it for granted and don't waste it, because it will not happen always. You're either going to have kids, meet a partner. You got other things on your journey. So don't be afraid and don't worry, when is somebody else coming? They're coming. You won't be alone always. But I promise you, you will regret if you didn't take advantage of the time that you did have alone. And you don't want to be in a place where you feel resentful to people when they do come in, because you're like, man, I had all that time. I could have been doing this and I would have been so much farther on my business. I would have been so much farther on my YouTube. I would have been so much farther on my art, my creativity, my whatever it is. Take this time to build for you, because you deserve it. And not only do you deserve it, because honestly, this is not just about you. Your alone time is to serve the world. All great leaders had a time of loneliness before they got in front of the masses. You need to cultivate that time alone, because you have something special to give the masses. All right, that is my message for today. Thank you so much. And please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here. And until next time, I love you. Bye-bye.